Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be sharing with you my top items, top essentials of helping you when you have got a newborn. Now Wilf is coming up to 6 months and we still use all of these items that I'm about to share with you. So it's very handy as they're getting older, but these are my key essentials that really helped us out in the first couple of months. So the first one I'm going to share with you is, I'll start with the feeding bit firstly. So I was unable for various reasons to breastfeed. Sometimes it works out really well and other times it just doesn't happen. And for us, we were the latter. So we bottle fed him from the very beginning. Now, I have got the prep machine. Now if you've all got one of them, they are amazing. They make your bottle within seconds, and you know how useful that is when you've got a screaming hungry baby and you're there trying to prepare the bottle, especially during the night. Now if you've not got kids or you've not had a baby, you're expecting your own, or your friends or family members are, what you don't realise is a prep machine only starts giving you milk at the, is it the 4 Oz part? I can't remember now. I don't have a bottle with me to have a look, but basically you're doing double the amount that a newborn needs, which means you're wasting a lot of formula. And if you're aware, formula is so expensive, and when you get to about 4, 5, 6 months, you're going through a tin a week, and in the newborn stages they really don't drink a lot of milk. So we swayed against using the prep machine up until he was at the 4 Oz level. So we both have chili bottles. Mine's here, you'll see Martin's in the background there. These were amazing. We boiled the kettle every morning, left it to sit about half an hour to an hour for the water to cool down to the right temperature, and then we used to fill up 2 chili bottles, and then that would cover us for the full day, and then we'd do it again and it'd cover us for the full night as well. And it just meant that we didn't have to sit around and wait to cool down a bottle of milk to a very hungry and screaming baby. And this was amazing as well when we go out and about. Still now I use one of these. You can pick up flasks, specific ones for bottles, or you can fill your own bottles up and put them in one of them like bottle warmer bag things that you can get. You can get them specific for feeding bottles for babies, but we didn't bother forking out for one of them because we've got 2 of these chili bottles, so it was really helpful in the first month or so. When we brought Will home from the hospital, we had the Moses basket set up downstairs, and we've got the rocking crib. I will put a clip in of it a bit later, but we got the rocking crib to come upstairs, and we had him in a Tommy TP sleeping bag where it's got like the arms fastened on the inside, because I thought he would want something to make him feel really tight and cozy like he would be in my room. But unfortunately he didn't sleep very well, so we ended up switching everything around. The rocking crib went downstairs, the Moses basket came upstairs. So we realised that this sleeping bag was not working for us, and a family member mentioned about one of these blankets. I'm just trying to think of what the name of the blanket is. I can't seem to find. Right, I've got the name of it now. So this is a cellular blanket. This is a breathable fabric. As you can see, there's got a lot of tiny holes on the inside the way it is being put together. So this was a lifesaver for us. So I'd I'd recommend to see what your baby likes, because not all babies love the same thing. I thought Wilf would love his sleeping bag because I'd seen loads of people recommend one and it just wasn't for us. So I got quite a big one of these cellular blankets, and then I had it tucked underneath the mattress so it couldn't come up and cover his face, and then I tucked either side down by his mattress. And I'd say he was in under one of these up until he was about 3-4 months, and then he went into a sleeping bag. This is milk stained. Don't know how many times we have to wash it, but you know, always stains does his milk. So yeah, we used one of these and it was amazing. We got this one from Asda and I think it was like £5 or £7, and it is massive. I mean, probably could have done with the medium to small size, but yeah, you can pick them up from a lot of places, but loads of supermarkets do them, and they're usually down by the children bedding section. And then as he got a little bit older, he wasn't really sleeping very well, so we had to change over his whole sleeping routine. So we got a sleeping bag. This one's just from Asda. It's really great when you need to change him in the night time because the zip goes all the way at the bottom and then you can just fold it open. This is a 2 or a 2.5 tog and it goes up to £18, and this is a 0 to 6 month one, but at the moment I think they're bringing out a lot of the summer ones now. Again, this one was from Asda, so you can pick them up quite cheap. Sticking with the sleeping section, we weren't aware that this item existed, and it was actually my sister-in-law who let us borrow it. This is the Rocket. It is amazing, is this product. It is the best thing to happen to us after having Wilf. But yeah, this is such a lifesaver. We use it every single night. So on the back, we've got it fastened to the cot bed, but it just slots in, and then you switch it on and it vibrates and moves it, so it'll move the crib as though you're still rocking them in the pushchair. Now these are actually advertised to use on pushchairs. I've seen loads of people out and about with this clipped on, so if you're at a coffee shop or you're going out for a meal, now that you can go into these places, they've got this attached to the pushchair and then they turn it on and you can enjoy a hot drink or a hot meal whilst your little one is comfortable in their pram. They're thinking they're still being pushed around. We put this on every single night and it helps Wilf to settle himself, so we don't have to constantly be there holding his hand, stroking his head. He will settle really well. We don't use it during the day because we find he settles so well in the sleepy head. But yeah, on a night time we attach this to the cot. It was attached to the Moses basket stand, where now it's attached to the crib, where obviously he can't get hold of it. It won't go around the cot, but the company do produce one that lays flat on the mattress, so you just click it on the front and it will vibrate the mattress as though they're in the pushchair again. I think we're going to get hold of one of them when he goes into his own room. They're much cheaper. I think they're around the £20 mark, where this is around 40, 50. You can pick up a little bit cheaper elsewhere, but yeah, this is amazing. I would highly recommend getting one of these. Okay, moving on to, I'll show you this. This is a lifesaver again. This is a Caddy. Did we get this? I think we got this as a gift from Martin's parents, I want to say, before Wilf was born. But yeah, this is so handy to have. I mean, you can even, we just have the one in the house and we bring it upstairs on a night time if we're coming up, and we take it downstairs throughout the day, and it just has everything that you could need. So it's got the 3 sections in here, and it's all Velcro, so you can move it around a little bit and it will stick to the fabric, so you can make the sections as big or as little as you would like. And then it's got little pockets all around the edge. I'm pulling my hair here. So yeah, I would highly recommend one of these just to keep all the products in one place, and it means you don't have to worry about forgetting something upstairs. You've got this to hand downstairs. So we use this section here, the bigger one, to keep the nappy bags and the wet wipes in. At the moment they're still downstairs because Wilf will need a nappy change, so I didn't want to leave Martin without any wipes. But yeah, we have them in there, and then we'll also put his muslin in there as well, and then a change of clothes for the morning time. And then the two smaller sections here, we've only got 3 nappies in there at the moment, but we fill it with nappies, so it usually tends to last us a couple of days and a couple of nights before we have to refill. And then I have got loads of essentials in here. So I've got the Bepanthen for nappy rash. I have got another nappy cream. We've got the thermometer. I've got the sun cream. Sometimes I keep it in the fridge. I don't know whether you're meant to. But yeah, I've picked this up now. We're heading into the warmer months. Is SPF 50 plus, and then obviously keep an eye on how many stars are on the UVA level here, because I think that's the most important one. The more stars, the better coverage it is. I keep the Calpol in there. I didn't have this when he was really little. I ended up picking it up when he had his 8-week jabs, I think, and then it just stays in here. And then Infocol, Wilf had a few weeks where he seemed to be very colicky and his tummy was quite sore, so we used to give him a bit of Infocol before every bottle or every other bottle. So yeah, we just keep it in here so everything's on hand if we need it, and we don't need to have to leave him on his changing mat or something. We just got it right with us. And then in the pockets I have got a Sudocrem. Always good to have a little one around. Again, these are quite good for nappy rashes. So we've got 3 different types of creams, because sometimes it's not that bad, so we don't want to use a super strength cream on him if we don't need to. Other times he's teething at the moment, so obviously that can cause a few nappy rashes anyway. And then I've just got a nail file and some nail scissors in there. The next thing, muslins. These are so handy. I think we only bought a couple of packs because we got quite a few as gifts. I mean, I wouldn't recommend going out there spending a fortune on them or getting absolutely loads. It's worth getting a couple of packs in, because obviously you'll want to shove them in the wash. But as Wilf wasn't very sicky, we weren't going through them as much as what I expected us to do. I thought it'd be like one feed, having to wipe up everything and it going in the wash. This will last us a few feeds, so it's really good, because to be fair, we very rarely need to use it. It's just there just in case he spills his milk, and the way he's feeding at the moment, he is not. We do have bibs, but he's never worn one. I would always recommend one of these until you know like what your baby is like. If they are very sicky, if they're very drooly, then yeah, try a bib, but we've not needed to. So yeah, these are super handy to have around. We have, this is really lazy, but we have one downstairs, we have one at the Martin side of the bed, and we have one at my side of the bed, because obviously we used to take it in turns to like do the night feeds. And then we have a couple in his changing bag as well. The other item is obviously a steriliser. They're amazing. I think we used to do it twice a day, every day when he was younger, because he was going through so many bottles, because he'd feed every 3 hours, whereas now we've got into a good routine. So I think he has like 4 or 5 bottles in a day, so we only need to turn it on the once. But yes, definitely go out and get one of them. And then finally, you're probably wondering why I'm showing you a changing bag. I know this is so obvious, but I'm not here to tell you, well, I am here to tell you to buy a changing mat, but everyone knows you need one of these. But what I'm going to tell you is we have 3 of these changing mats. I know it may sound ridiculous and it may sound quite lazy, but actually when you're having to carry a baby from room to room, it is so handy. And because you're forgetful, because you've got to remember so many different things, I think we bought two. We bought one for upstairs and one for downstairs, and then we realised we needed a third one. So again, these are from the supermarkets. This one was from Aldi in their special buys section, and then we've got two from Asda. So we keep one downstairs so we can change him in the living room, and then that can obviously be used if we got to change him in the kitchen or outside. And then we have got this one which lives in our bedroom, but when Wilf will go into his own bedroom, it will move over into that room. So yeah, we've got this one for when we were doing the night feeds. Now he's only having his bottle about 10, half 10 when we come up to bed, so we'll change him first. And then we have one that is in the bathroom. So I know what you're thinking, we could literally just take this one from our room to the bathroom, but again, when you've got so many different things you need to remember, like a change of clothes, the nappies, the wipes, we need the towel for him. It's just really easy just to pick him up, go into the room, and everything that you need is right there, particularly a changing mat. It's just easy to whip it out from that room and put it down for him. But yeah, I think that is my top items to get as to help you with a newborn. I hope this was helpful. I have no idea, but I just thought I'd share what really helped us in them few weeks. I'm sure I'll stop filming this and I'll think of a lot more things, but these are the key ones that I wanted to share with you. That is everything for today's video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and yes, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. They're not all going to be about being a mum or having a baby. So yeah, I will see you next time. Bye.